Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. I'm your host, just Jack, just me. Alrighty, the phone keeps talking to me. Alrighty, here we go. So, today we're going to look at some albums that I acquired about 2 weeks ago or so. Never on time, always late. That's kind of my model. Alrighty. First off, let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. Number one, I've heard about the new Anthology 4 series, and I'm just going to say pass. Unless we release Volume 4 by itself, I'm not interested. I'm not all that interested in it by itself, as there's not a lot of new material on there that really sounds interesting, and some of it has already been released on the box sets that they've done. So I've already got a few of the pieces, and if you guys had the vinyls or just CDs, and you have that too. So there is some new stuff. I think 12 tracks, and those, I haven't seen the length, so they could be anything from 20 seconds to 4 hours, so who knows. The hope, I think, by a lot of people was that they would release the actual last Beatles song that they do have in the can in some form called Carnival of Lights, but they've said that will not be included. So stop dangling that carrot in front of our faces. So yeah, I'll watch the new Vamped series when they put it on, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of really new material to add to it to make it all really that different for me. So, but if you don't have the Anthology series, it'll be a good time to get it, as you'll be getting 12 vinyls or 6 CDs, whatever it is, and you know, man, it's like $100 and a quarter, I think I heard, or something like that. So it'll be a good time to jump on there. If you don't own those, you can get those 3 and then get that 4th one. But unless that 4th one is sold by itself, I just don't have any interest at all in it. The one-to-one concerts, John and Yoko being released, and it includes Sometime in New York City, the album from '72 that came out around that time period. And I have done several videos on that subject, and on the subject of what I think about it. None of them, when I go back and watch them, none of them I think are good enough to post. You know, a lot of people are saying I'm not buying it, and a lot of people are angry about it, and there's a lot of emotions and a lot of stuff going on. And the bottom line of it is just this, you know, John's kid owns the rights to his music. He's going to go on forever and do whatever he wants with it. So whatever he does with it, it's either buy it or don't. Simple as that. And my opinions on it don't really matter, because if you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it. If you're not, you're not. And everybody's saying, well, I'm just not going to buy it then until they put that song back on. And that's fine. You can do that. But you know what? They don't care. They're going to release it anyway. And guess what? It's going to be bought up like crazy. So it doesn't really matter. By saying I'm not buying it, all you're doing is missing out on your chance to hear that historic concert that John did, his first and only real solo concert of his solo career. So I'm getting the 7 vinyl, or the 4 vinyl set, and it has both concerts on it, minus the one song, of course, because apparently all of a sudden that word's offensive, even though it's used every day by people, and they don't mind using it. So we'll let that go. It's kicked the soapbox from under my feet. Not going to try to do another video. I've done too many on now trying to cover this subject. So I'll get the 4 vinyl set because I want to hear the one-to-one concerts. So if it has that song missing, whatever. I have the Live in New York City album. That song is on there from, I think, this evening show. So I've still got a copy of it from that. And I'm guessing here that by the time that comes out, that Live in New York City is probably going to go way up in value. So if it's one you don't have and you didn't know you wanted to get it or not, now would be the time to go and get it, because it's probably going to become a bigger collector's item afterwards. All right, let's look at some of my things for the past couple of weeks that I've gotten. And this was from a trip to Florida. So I ran in this little shop down there. It's a really cool shop, and owner's really cool, and we talked for a while, and showed me a lot of records that he had of the Beatles that came in. He's been working for months to try to get priced and out on the thing, and I am do a few of them for me. So I could get them before I left. So these are the ones that I picked up down. There's one more I picked up from down there. I don't have it in the stack. Apparently I didn't grab it, but we'll do it next time, because I've got some more that I got the other day that I need to get cleaned and listen to, and then we could do a video on that. Alrighty, so first one up And I have all the stereo and the monos of the American albums, so of course I have to have all the stereo and monos of the British albums. It makes sense in the collector's world. Alrighty, first up, I got these, and I talked them down in price on these because they're kind of high pressings, but they look new and they sound fantastic. So they were worth getting, but not at what he had them priced at, being high pressings that they were. First one I got is Please Please Me, and this is the stereo. This is an 8th pressing from '68. That's your front, and it's all pretty much identical of what the monos are. So the stereos just came out after the monos, typically a couple weeks to a month, I think, or so after. Monos, what was really bought because kids in the 60s, teenagers in the 60s owned a mono player. Most people did because mono players is what were popular and out and affordable. If you could afford a stereo, then you were listening to classical music and soundtrack, stuff of that nature. So these were made at a lower amount than what your monos were. So these are harder to get and therefore are a lot more pricey, especially if you want first pressings, which I do, but affording them is another story. So I know it's hard to tell, and it's always tricky when you're doing vinyl because with the light it can look like it's brand new and be nowhere near brand new, but this thing is like brand new. It's still got the cellophane on the sleeve. The record just looks mint, sounds mint, fantastic. Only thing difference is your fold down stereo from your mono. And then we have with the Beatles, same thing. This is the same as your mono layout, so you're not getting any fancy smancy bells and whistles. Here you're getting pretty much your same cover. Here's one thing that is different in these, and this is this one is a 4th pressing from '69. And the weird thing about this is, so this originally came out '64, and that one had on there, it had You Really Gotta Hold On Me, which is still on this 4th pressing sleeve, yet on the vinyl itself, which looks brand new and sounds brand new, side 2, it is You Really Gotta Hold On Me. So that's interesting that carried over from '64. I just think that's really kind of neat. And again, it has a cellophane on it. Looks brand new. Oh, I wanted to show you something. And the vinyl looks and sounds just doodly-tastic. And they have these inserts, or these new sleeves on them, because they are later pressings. EMI sleeve. It's the front side of it, pretty much. And you can see on here all the fantastic artists. You got Sgt. Pepper's on there. That's pretty cool. And this is the back side of it. And they both have this same sleeve in them. So that is kind of cool. Ish. He had some more. He had Beatles for Several Hard Days Night Help. And maybe Revolver and Rubber Soul. And they were 3rd pressings. And then one that was, I think, a 1st pressing, which was something crazy, like, I don't know, $200 to $50, something like that. And then he had 3rd pressings of the other ones, and those were like $150, $180, you know. So when you get to those 3rd pressings and lower, obviously they're a lot more expensive. So I got this one too. This is a 2-box EMI copy, and that's your front, and it's pretty much the same as you know it, as your gatefold. There's your 24-page booklet, and I get it. This is your back sleeve, so nothing drastically changed other than, check this out again, this looks brand new, plays brand new. It's just awesome. And it is yellow vinyl. It's the yellow vinyl one. Yep. This is the 1978 EMI 2-box with the fake stereo on Penny Lane, All You Need Is Love, and Strawberry Fields Forever. Those were your fake stereos, whereas the others were true stereos. You go figure it out. I can't. Alrighty, so that's the ones from my trip to Florida. He had a lot of bootlegs too. I did get one. We'll talk about that later. But I wasn't too sure on them, and I'm not a big bootleg fan, so you know, your bootlegs can vary from garbage to wow. And the one I got is kind of a wow. So yeah, we'll talk about that. All right, so one other one we want to cover, and this just came in the mail today. So kind of an unboxing, and I don't do unboxings, but since it came today. And trying to see how he has packaged this, and we will take a look at this real quick. Yes, it's a very sharp object I'm using. Should I use it on opening vinyl? Probably not. Probably not, kids. You're right. But hey, remember, knife safety at home. Which I obviously, from past cuts, know nothing whatsoever about. So I'm trying to figure out how to break into this box that he has packaged. It seems to be packaged extremely well, which is what you want. Especially if you are getting vinyl records from someone. And this video might be over before I figure out how he's done this. Alright, I see where I can cut safely. Oh, I know, some of you out there shaking in your Beatle boots. I can't believe he's doing that. I've done dumber. Alright. I have no idea what in the world he's got going on. I do see a lot of bubble wrap in here, so I feel pretty safe. Plus, I'm really not going that deep. Wow, that's a big box for what I got. There's a lot of stuff in here. You gotta appreciate this kind of packing, though. Right there you go. Look at that. You gotta appreciate that. I thought it was socks for a minute there. I was getting free socks. I was like, man, I don't remember this came. I'm like, man, I don't remember this being in that thick of a box. You never know. So it's a letter. We'll read it later. And we'll toss that down. Great. I love when that happens. Take that. Probably nothing else in there. Well, nothing we want. I think it's still the socks. If you're interested, just hit me up there on Messenger and I'll send them right over to you. Some bubble wrap. You gotta love when they take the care to do that. That's nice. That's nice. Let's put this back in here first so we can look at it properly. And it's as proper as it's going to get. Alrighty. And we have got here. Nice. I look forward to listening to this. And it looks completely mint. So you see, you can safely take a very sharp object and open precious vinyl. This is what we got today. It is the Abbey Road 50th Anniversary Edition. So I have the vinyl. The vinyl version is just 3 records that's in it, and you don't get all the nice bonus stuff because they put them on the CDs and the Blu-rays. So we'll take that out. I like the little. It's got a little indent cut here, makes it easier to get it in and out. That's kind of nice. It's also a mustache. Look at this. Hi, kids. All right, it's enough of that. And you got this nice hardcover book, which is a beauty. Love that. Spine, the back. Alrighty. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So it looks brand new, and that's what you want. And it's a nice hardcover book, and it's all about the recording of Abbey Road, and I won't show a lot because it's difficult to handle in film, but there's a little bit of it. That's all you want to see. Alrighty, so we got that. And we have in here the Abbey Road 2019 mix. It's a CD, of course. And there's your CD. And it looks like it hasn't been touched. That's awesome. So what I do on these kind of things, I take these CDs out and I put them in little plastic sleeves. And then I put these back into the collector book thingy. That way I can listen to the CDs easier if I hadn't to dig them out all the time. And I don't have to worry about ripping anything because they come with, these things are just tricky. So if you look, And it has this little slit at the bottom. So you can easily shove this down through the bottom and rip the side and that. And I don't want to do that. So I will take these out and I'm going to put them in little plastic sleeves I have. They're individual sleeves made for CDs just like records. And I put them in there and then I stack them off to the side. And that way nothing gets messed up. And this is your Abbey Road Blu-ray audio. They are tough to get out. They are fitting in there tight. There you go. And this doesn't say on the back what all it entails. It's like just the regular album. It's the utmost. So there you go. And this is the back side. And we'll take that out too. Put the CDs in the plastic sleeve, and then we'll put the little things back in. See, they're already seeing. This is what I'm talking about. See how it's jammed in there? You can see that. See how it's crooked and it's jammed coming out the bottom. So you're in either, if you're not careful, you're going to rip the little flap that holds the CD sleeve in, or you're going to rip the CD itself sleeve. Alrighty, and these are the sessions. It's your front, and what I love about these, it's the back. I'll show you in a minute. And there's your disc. Alrighty. Again, we're going to take that out of there because they're already kind of janky. So, yeah, they're hard to get out and hard to get back in. There's number 4. And there's your back. And there's your disc. Alrighty, so here's what's cool. So yeah, so what I do is I just take them out, I'll put them in a plastic sleeve and then put them back in there. Alright, so do that. Here's what's cool. So there were 6 photos taken that day and they couldn't decide which photo they wanted to use. And you get, oh, you get 3. Let me take a closer look. Yep, you get 3 of the 6 shots. That's cool. So there's your first disc picture. There's your second. There's your third. Get my finger out of the way. And there's your fourth, which is not very much different. They're pretty close to being the same. So that's pretty sharp. So that's what you got in there. So that's what I got with that. So look forward to listening to these. And I'm sure they will be fantastic. I love this era of the Beatles. And I love all the demos and stuff like that, especially when they're talking in the studio to one another while they're making something. Alrighty, so there you go, and that will complement my vinyl 50th anniversary set. So this completes my seek and find of the anniversary sets to have the vinyls and the CDs, so that I have all of the bonus material. Alrighty, that's all I got for you today. So pretty good. Kept this under 20 minutes. That's kind of the goal. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, look back at some of my other videos. I hope you'll enjoy those, and I hope you'll join me for future videos. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Fancy smancy thumbs up sign either. And give it a like. And feel free to comment. I love comments. Been talking to some people, and I really dig it. Alrighty, so that's all I got for you this time. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll take a look here in a couple of days, few days, when I get them cleaned and checked out the other finds that I got. So, till then, be kind and listen to vinyl, because vinyl's the best. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.